Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to another WB Mason Coaches Report with Courtney Veinotte, the head coach of Hofstra Field Hockey. Morning, Coach. How's it going today so far?
Good morning. How are you? I'm good.
All good on this front. Thanks for asking. You had a couple of road games this past weekend, a couple of challenging road games, an unfortunate 2-1 defeat in overtime to Vermont, and then another tough 1-0 loss to UMass Lowell. Why don't you break down those games for us? They were very exciting to watch, by the way, and it's a shame y'all didn't come out on top in either of them.
Yeah, it ultimately both games were fantastic and highly competitive, and it's both games we came out and we looked a little hesitant in the first 5 minutes and got scored on in the first 5 minutes. What I love about our team right now is our grit and kind of our grind. We are still in confidence building mode. So those first 5 minutes are very important for us. Against Vermont, we ended up battling back and going into overtime. And that was a very exciting game, and it was a very challenging Vermont team. So it was, I'm proud of our crew. I, as we all wish we did get those 2 W's. We kept both teams to low scoring games, and we were getting attacking opportunities and shots at net. So there's some good to pull from it. We've got a big week of prep here and a busy one. So moving forward.
Yeah. Like you said, they were both very close games on the scoreboard and on the stat sheet. We talked a little bit about this, I think, in last week's WB Mason. In prior years, the gulf between what the scoreboard showed and what the stat sheet showed, it was clear, but the team hung with Vermont in a lot of statistical categories, and then they did that again in UMass Lowell in a lot of statistical categories. How does it feel being able to match teams, with shooting statistics, penalty corners earned? How does that feel, for you and the team?
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence builder and part of our growth that we're proud of. I think even the players are gaining confidence every game. With the gap has been closed. We're getting there. We're playing a very good level of field hockey, and Aline Oldman ripped off the Band-Aid and she got on the scoreboard for her first time in her career. So against the Vermont game to tie the ball game to push us into overtime. So we've got kids that are becoming more comfortable, and we're connecting very well. Our ball movement, is very good. They're understanding our level of pressing is high, and there's a lot of good that are coming out of these games. And ultimately, we keep saying to the team, these non-conference matches, although yes, we would like our record to be strong and in that winning category, yes, but we are just trying to be as prepared and as ready for conference play in a couple weeks here. And so we're just trying to get better every game and every weekend and try to see how much we can clean up before conference play opens.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Aline Oldman, Conference CA Rookie of the Week, third in a row for Hofstra Pride. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to Aline on that honor. And then you mentioned the busy week that is this week. Home against LIU on Wednesday, on the road against Sacred Heart on Friday, and then home again on Sunday against Quinnipiac. Going into with scheduling this week, what was behind getting so many opponents in 1 week?
Yeah, it's ultimately it was trying to make sure we got LIU on our schedule, being a Long Island rivalry, and we were having a hard time finding an open weekend game that were open for both teams, but we wanted to get the game in, and so we settled for a midweek matchup. Ultimately, I think it's a really good weekend to push us forward and pushing through fatigue and playing when fatigued. And it shows mental toughness and grit, and it'll be a fun week. And we've got the Alumni Day on Sunday, so that will bring an energy and zip to us. And it'll be good to kind of have our whole program back together and kind of celebrating that. So there's a lot of good happening. I think it will bring some vibe, and a midweek game, it will be fun.
Yeah, I think all 3 games will be fun. All 3 games, you got winning records against I know historically, looking back on winning records, it doesn't mean much, but 2-0 against LIU, 18-0 against Sacred Heart all time, and then 14-2 against Quinnipiac all time. So these should be some very good opponents coming into this week. You throw the records out the window every week, because the past is the past.
Yeah. And ultimately, like, we're just trying to go one game at a time. And especially when it's a hectic week, like right now we're just focusing on cleaning a couple of things up from our past weekend, getting in a good film session this morning, hitting the turf this afternoon for practice, and seeing what we can do and clean up for tomorrow. And then we'll focus on Friday, on Thursday. So it's really, going day by day here, and really trying to focus on Hofstra field hockey and what we can do. And it'll be a good week, a busy one for sure.
Oh yeah, busy, but busy week can be a very positive week for the team. As like you said, you're getting ever closer and closer to the start of CAA play.
Yes, it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the start of that schedule. So it'll be this Wednesday at 3 p.m. against LIU, Friday at 7 p.m. at Sacred Heart, and then Sunday against Quinnipiac at home at 1 p.m. The long LIU and Quinnipiac games are both on Flow Sports, Flow Live. NEC Front Row will be carrying the Sacred Heart game. You can get the links to live video, live stats, and more on GoHofstra.com. For head coach Courtney Veinotte, I'm Nick Capitos, and thank you for joining us for another WB Mason Coaches Report.
Yes, thank you.